Hello, 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 hello. So, I titled this Divinated Discussion because I'm not really sure what we're going to discuss today. I find that where I am at in my practice at this time, since I've been through so many things, as well as experienced so many things, as well as trained in so many things, as well as heard so many things, that I no longer find myself called to speak on any one thing, as there's so many things always happening. I do, however, find myself called to speak. And often I am silent until I am given something to speak about. Therefore, divinated discussion. So we're going to do 9 cards. I have 3 different decks here. And I'm going to pull 9 cards. We're going to see what the cards bring up. We're going to read the descriptions out of the books as they are someone else's divinations. Either their tarot, and there's a path for that, a thought process. I also have the Archangel's Oracle deck that I enjoy using, as well as the Angelarium deck, which is another Emanations and Angels deck that sort of is tied more to a different style of angel. So, these are the 3 decks that I've been vibing with and have been giving the clearest messages lately. I feel like this first card, we're just going to head into that on its own. I'm going to pull the 1 tarot, the 1 archangel, and the 1 angelarium to see how they play in together. So we're going to get 3 different messages today. Maybe all of them will resonate with you. Maybe one of them, maybe none of them, because we're all on different paths, which I feel is a part of the reason why I find it silent. I'm not going to say difficult, because it's not difficult. I just find it silent when I sit to speak about something specific. When talking into the void, as we are not we're all living in the same time, although we may not be all living on the same internal timelines. So the first card we have out here is the Knight of Wands in the reverse. The little note that I have on that card is headstrong and reckless. So I'm going to go to the tarot book and see where that message leads us, or where this card leads us. Let's see. Fast action and passion in the upright, but in the reverse, it's self-doubt and hesitation. This card holds elemental keys of air and fire, so you may have a lot of air and fire signs, placements in your astrology, or they could be highly aspected, like in your Sun or your North Node, or your Venus. Air signifies the knight's connection to communication, while his place in the suit of wands connects him to fire, which represents passion and action. The quest for action drives this knight to swoop in and take the lead, delivering swift results. Let's see. This Knight of Wands in the reverse can indicate self-doubt in a general sense, but most likely related to a specific goal or situation that hasn't progressed in the way you'd hope. Delays and misunderstandings are a part of life, not a sign to give up. There may be a different and better course of action to take. So have patience and make sure of this time by tuning in to your intuition and your guidance. So whatever it is, normally the Knight of Wands in the upright is about fast action and passion, whereas it came in the reverse, which is giving self-doubt and hesitation. If you feel called to do something and you feel self-doubt about it, take in consideration not just your own internal self-doubt, but all the things, all the layers of weaponized mental mindset that we've been conditioned, no matter your color, no matter your race, no matter your gender, no matter your sexuality, no matter your social economic status. We've all been placed systemically for the capitalistic society to feel doubt about our internal pushes, our divine pushes, if they go against the status quo. So sit with that not too long, because this also deals with hesitation. Maybe you've been hesitating on it for a really long time. Let that go. Okay? So I like using the tarot because the tarot is going to pull out an aspect of life that you could be potentially dealing with. And the Archangel deck, I like to pull from the Archangel deck second to be like, well, who is helping you in this situation? Because for many of us, the landscape, our casting call of life has shifted. Who's in our cast has shifted. So we're being asked, because that's happening across the board for humanity. It's one of those things where it's like, yes, it could be your personal problem, your personal boundary, your personal whatever, but where does it sit in the scope of the all of everything? And if that's happening for you, you may find yourself needing to reach out to something else and knowing that something else is there for you. So, Orion, manifestation vortex. Focus your energy with unwavering faith to manifest the outcomes you require. So, we have this, just like I was saying, the all of everything. Where do you fall in the whole? Orion is bringing us that universal sort of celestial awareness that you are part of this whole, and you may look and feel, and you do look and feel big to yourself, for yourself in your life, right? But be mindful about your actions and really sit with where you're thinking about going next and why. Let's see, Orion 72. Let's see. Trying to move past the description. A vast angelic presence who appears to be made of starlight. He brings down the power and energy of the stars, helping us connect with the imaginable and tap into possibility. He governs the stellar gateway and energy centers that is found above the chakras and allows us to draw upon and embody the manifesting power of the universe. So whatever it is that you are feeling hesitant about and also headstrong about may look reckless to other human eyes who have not seen what you are dreaming of, who have not experienced it. But what we know now is that unseen, unexperienced inner calling has been stifled for generation after generation of humans, period. So we're in a space where even the celestial alignment is ready for us to take up these new places and to do it with a very headstrong type of space. If you feel called to, even if it's not like a business or a whole big switch up, just in your everyday how you behave, showing more love, being more kind, can feel really dangerous now, because it's like, well, who's the op? Who's the enemy? You are who you are. And if you're showing up, I was talking to a friend of mine. We were standing in the park, and he was saying, because I wasn't even real loud, and I wasn't loud when I was talking to him, and a man who had nothing to do with our conversation whatsoever blurted out, "Well, were you real? Were you being quiet or something like that? Because I can hear you." And I watched my friend take a deep breath and think about what was being said to him and responded with, "Well, was I loud or were you listening?" Very simple question. So much eloquent shade. But it's like, can we meet that interjection, that unnecessary disruption, the blatant insertion of someone else's opinion about your behavior, your idea, your being? Can we meet that with a strong sense of self as well as loving kindness? All right, so, and eloquence. All right, let's see. Angelarium. I like using the Angelarium because sometimes the Angelarium is going to, because it's with the Tree of Life from the Kabbalah, so it's gonna sometimes bring up body parts, sections of the body. Other times it brings up angels, but we'll see which. Who grounds us down? The Angel of Time, Rumph. So this card for me is giving bird perched on tree, but we're going to see what the book says. Also, it seems like this overlooking type of energy, again, bringing back that celestial overarching. Let's see. I hope you guys like my hold music in between searching for the pages. Eternally vigilant and forever burning, Remph is the movement of space measured out with depth perception. Our footsteps among the earth mark its passing, for we are all bound to time. One by one, we tick and tock, and every life is counted, even as those lives pass. We are all sand and seconds and moments, all fleeting. Fire burns until it doesn't. Lives are lived until they aren't. Dreams are dreamt until we awaken. Remph stands by all of this, counting. What better unit of measure than the souls that pass through the tree of life? Remph walks between the pillars of past and present, turning every corner in every second. Remph's movements can be seen in our own as a fulcrum between moments. Signs of this are the clock, the torch, and a wave. What really stuck out to me with this was footsteps upon earth. Our footsteps upon the earth mark its passing, for we are all bound to time. And then dreams are dreamt until we awaken. So like, it brings me back to what I was saying over here about be headstrong. Be headstrong about your dreams. Don't hesitate because you have self-doubt. Now, if you're hesitating, or if you're not even hesitation, there's a difference between hesitation and timing. There's a difference between hesitation and alignment. There's a difference between hesitation. There's even a difference between hesitation and waiting. Because waiting is just a pause. Whereas hesitation was you were doing this and you might be still moving, but you're, instead of running headstrong forward, you are now jogging. When the finish line, like the fruition of your dream, is still in the same place, but you slowed yourself down. Whereas waiting is like, okay, I see it up there. Well, maybe I'm in line. Maybe I'm standing here on this one pillar, on this plateau, and I'm awaiting the remainder of the path to reveal itself. That's waiting. Hesitation is the path has revealed itself, and I am choosing not to walk it. Like packing coming up with every little scenario that isn't actually happening, right? As opposed to walking the path and living as you tick and tock across the path. All right, that is message 1, row 1. If that touched your life today, I love that for you. I love that for me. I love that for us. If so, know that I do this from the kindness of my heart, and also know that I am a human on this humanoid planet, and therefore bills need to be paid. So if you would like to donate to me, feel free to reach out, and I will be more than happy to give you the information to do that. All right, let's move into row 2. We're going to pull a tarot card for row 2. And I feel like, do I want to add these back in? I feel like I do. Because if they decide to come back out again, then that's their prerogative. It's mine. It's mine. That would be crazy though if they did come back out again. Alrighty. Actually, I think I'm gonna close it, and I'm going to open up another divinated discussion for row 2. Okay.